Hey guys, what's up? It's Juno here, and today I'm going to be covering 3 things that I recently discovered via a YouTube video by Bo Blacks about the H3H3 drama and also the quartering drama between both H3 and the quartering. So, recently Bo Blacks uploaded a video that I've watched all the way through. I've also gathered a few facts for this video as well. I have my Canadian law book with me, and I'll be going through everything that H3H3 has broken with his 2-hour podcast against the quartering. Now, let's start with number 1, the defamation laws. Alright, so Article 47, page 18. Defamation across all provinces and territories in Canada is illegal. I want you guys to let that sink in for a minute. In Canada, H3H3 could have been fined upwards of $500 for defamation against the quartering, if the quartering decided to do that. And I know H3H3 is not Canadian, but I thought it'd be an interesting sort of idea to look at. Now then, before I do anything else, I will say I'm a 19-year-old male that is a Canadian law student, and I'm doing a video on 2 40-year-olds who are acting a lot younger than me. Well, one of them is. I'll go with this. H3H3 is acting like a 13-year-old who wants to get his way on every little thing, but regardless. Number 2, the targeted harassment laws of Canada. Alright, let me, alright. Here, alright. Page 47, Article 13, Part 2. Targeted harassment based on the Canadian justice system can be one or more occasions of someone verbally attacking somebody via internet or in person. What that means is basically H3H3 with his 2-hour video did commit a targeted harassment against the quartering. And that can be another $500 fine. So far, we're up to $1,000. In Canadian currency, that if H3H3 lived in Canada, he could be fined for. And that's pretty sad. And I know people are going to be like, ha, you're funny, you don't have a Canadian law book. Well, guess what? I will post my Canadian criminology/law book on my Instagram tonight. So, for those who believe I don't have a law book with me, don't worry, there'll be a picture of it in my room tonight on my Instagram, which is at Juno Beach Boy. Regardless. Now, back to those harassment laws. Basically, with these harassment laws, on this Part 2 section, H3H3 royally fucked up. Do you want to know why I say that, guys? And females who are watching this? Well, guys and girls who are watching this, I don't know. But here's where he fucked up royally. The internet part. Because his video is on the internet, and even though it can be privated, it was still on the internet, people have seen it, even the quartering himself has probably seen it. Well, he did see it, the quartering did see it, alright. Makes it even better. That means that people have visual proof of H3H3 committing targeted harassment. You know what that means? That means it is confirmed that H3H3 did that. Now, I'm just here to sort of give my side. Now the third part, being the white supremacist part. So the quartering said that he doesn't control the color of his skin, he doesn't really care, sort of like what color you are, you're sort of all like good people. That's basically what he said in a sense. That's sort of what I would say too. Like, no one can control the color of the skin, so why should it matter what color of skin you are or where you originate from? Like, none of that matters. The only thing that matters to me, in my opinion, is if you're a good person. And I believe that everybody in this world can be a really good and kind person. I believe that no one can truly be extremely evil. Unless you look at really, really bad people. Like World War II, for example. Hitler, terrible person. Terrible, terrible person that was leader of a nation. Another good example, Joseph Stalin. He sent a bunch of innocent people to the gulags. Very bad person in general. There are a bunch of other bad people that do exist, and you can even find them easily in history books. But I believe that when I meet somebody, they deserve a chance to be a good person, no matter what you are. And I'm not saying absolutely everybody is 100% good, but in a sense, if I meet you in person or even through the internet, I will consider you as a good person. Now then, on to the next part. The very fun next part of what I think they should do. What I think YouTube should do and what I think you should do. Number one, YouTube, here's what you should do. You should stop peppering Ethan Klein with jack shit and actually start giving him some harsh criticism. And what I mean by harsh criticism is like, hey, you broke the terms of service on YouTube. We don't want you to do that anymore, so we're gonna temporarily I don't know, suspend his channel or something. I don't know if that's a thing. Like temporarily suspending his channel for maybe a day or two, so that he can't upload a new video or whatever. I don't know if that's a thing, but that should be a thing. But regardless, the other thing I think YouTube should do, is give him a strike of some sort. Not because I'm saying that he deserves it. I'm just saying sort of send a message. English headache, love it. But what I'm saying is to send a message to people who do the targeted harassment and defamation ideas. You should give him a strike. And I'm going to give you a quick lesson. There's differences between defamation and targeted harassment versus research and upload. Now, research and upload, basically that means someone actually researched the facts, they did all the research they could, and then they uploaded the video. Defamation and targeted harassment is when they don't do the research, and they just spout what's on their mind after seeing a little clip. I'm going to give you a good example of someone who actually does research. A person who actually does research before they actually upload anything, I would actually consider someone like Keemstar or Boblax. They research everything, and then they upload it. So, those are just two examples. An example of someone who does the defamation and targeted harassment idea a lot is, funnily enough, H3H3. Because if you look at his channel and some of his videos, they are mainly targeted harassment and defamation videos against other YouTubers. Even small ones. Which is very funny. Now, the other thing I'm quickly going to mention is how all that works. The way it works is defamation and targeted harassment is, again, no research. Research and upload means research. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier on how H3H3 committed defamation and all that sort of stuff against the quartering. Now, the key thing that I'm going to mention is this. Once someone does that, there's basically no turning back. Once that video is uploaded, they can private it, but once it is uploaded and seen by at least one person, that is visual confirmation of defamation and targeted harassment. Now, I'm actually going to be saying something very, very interesting. I support the quartering on this frontier, so if he does want to talk to me about it, I can give him some good Canadian legal advice on what to do. Now then, I'm going to talk about what you should do. Now, what you should do is basically just say that, hey, Ethan Klein, I don't like what you're doing here because you're in the wrong. That's basically the only thing we can really do, unless we have some sort of copyrighted sort of thing that we could actually do against him. I'm not saying try to find anything, I'm just saying, as of right now, all we can do is say, hey, we don't like this, could you please stop? That's all we can really do. And personally, I know he won't listen to that, so I'm gonna say this instead. Ethan Klein, this is a message straight to you. Don't be a fucking dumbass like you are right now. Please, get a brain. Be smart about this. Because the ways you can play this right now, you can go one of, well, 3 ways. 1, you can publicly apologize, take it like a man, and say, hey, listen guys, I fucked up. Number 2, you can continue being a 13-year-old petty motherfucker who doesn't know how to get shit. Or wants everything in the world to be just about him being a little fucking princess on the top of the fucking mountain. That's basically option 2. Basically just do what you're doing right now. And number 3 is make things worse. How you can make things worse is by coming after someone who is very, very innocent in comparison to everybody else. Alright? Alright. Number 4, because now I'm adding an option number 4. Number 4 is you can say this. Listen guys, I'd like to say I'm sorry for what I have done. I wasn't thinking straight at the time, as I was mad at the quartering for insert reason here. Make it not really believable, or believable, your choice, because no one's going to believe it anyway. And that is why I made the video. You can pretty much say that. That's basically your options right now, because I want to see, I want to sort of see what you do. I'm not saying, hey, apologize. I'm saying you have choices. You can make this go any way you want. Just know that you have a lot of people who hate you right now. And I'm not saying I'm a hater. I'm just saying I love supporting facts over non-facts. And what you've shown me is that you're all about the non-facts. You have created multiple videos on multiple YouTubers, some big and some small. Basically saying, hey, here's some quote-unquote facts on so-and-so, watch my video, buy my merch, subscribe. Now here's my philosophy. I'll give you my philosophy. I think you should adopt it. Or really, I think people should, well, I think mainly anyone who doesn't have a brain should adopt this strategy. I'm saying because it is actually smart. Don't do it for subscribers. Don't tell people to subscribe. Don't tell people to like. Just make content because you enjoy it. Try that for a day. Alright? Alright. Now then, on to the next part. I know people are going to say, but Keemstar does this too. Keemstar doesn't do research. Keemstar doesn't do this. Keemstar doesn't do that. Keemstar's a fucking dumbass. Now here's what I'm going to say to you. I have watched multiple Drama Alert videos, and I have done a basic criminal analysis on each one. Well, criminology analysis on each one. What a basic criminology analysis is. For certain parts you can do certain things. The one I did was searching for defamation, targeted harassment, and basically nonsensical wording. All I found in any of his videos was nonsensical wording, and that is not super big. That is non-existent basically. What that means is he uses a bit of filler. That's basically what most YouTubers do. That you can go in through that nonsensical wording being basic filler. He uses basic filler, but here's the thing. The things I've noticed that Keemstar does, he actually does fucking research beforehand. And here's the other thing he does. When he does his research, he makes sure it's properly done. He doesn't half-ass it. He actually makes sure it's done. Same with a lot of other drama YouTubers. The only YouTuber I've seen who doesn't fit that category is H3H3. And I know there's others out there. But out of the ones that I've seen, being Bo Blacks, Keemstar, The Quartering, Nicholas Diorio, and John Swan, as well as H3H3, the first ones I mentioned, the first group I mentioned, have all had research done. They've done all the good stuff. But again, they do have nonsensical wording just as filler, but that's perfectly fine. H3H3 has filler, targeted harassment, and defamation for the majority of videos. Now, I've watched a couple of H3H3 videos beforehand to do my research. That's why I say I did a bit of research beforehand. I did watch a couple, and then I also watched Boblax's video, and I even said I just watched it. But regardless, here's what I'm going to say. H3H3 has done defamation, and he's also done a bunch of other things that is not okay, being targeted harassment, and basically calling someone a racist when they weren't being racist. They were just stating a fact. Like, if stating a fact is now being racist, then if I say, oh, but if we all bleed the color red, then why should it matter what race we are? Is that being racist? Am I being racist by saying, if we all bleed the color red, why does race matter? Because, like, if anyone, like, has ever, like, fallen and, like, injured themselves and, like, had a little bit of blood, you bleed red, right? Like, the color of blood is red. Like, everyone in the world has red blood, I'm assuming. If anyone has, like, weird blood, don't worry, you're still human. Like, you are still a human being. Like, doesn't matter what race you are, like, at all. Does that matter? Is that an important part in life? Or can we just throw that away and be, hey, we're all human beings, let's work together on shit, and not fucking burn each other down to the ground? Now, there are some people who do honestly think that we should help everybody else out. I'm one of those people who believe that I should always help people out. So if anyone, big or small YouTubers, want any help, or even a form of counseling, because I guess I could do that, I don't know. But if anyone wants that, go for it. DM me on Twitter or Instagram. Twitter being at JunoBeachBoy1, and Instagram being at JunoBeachBoy. But anyway, all I'm saying is, Ethan, I know you have a brain up there somewhere. All I'm asking you to do is use it. Use it in the sense that it would work. Use it so that no matter what happens, you will always be able to have a brain. Like, I'm sorry, but here's the thing. You've made a lot of people mad, and you're starting to get on my nerves, and I'm usually a very peaceful person. I believe in peace before violence. But here's the thing. When you start attacking people for no fucking reason, I start to snap. Now, could you please just apologize for it? Apologize for what you've done to the Quartering and those other YouTubers, because guess what? They didn't deserve what you did to them. Anyway, this has been Juno Beach Boy, and I shall be signing off because I have work tomorrow, so yeah.